Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one on one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one on one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So, first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Master Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? And welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forster, and we also got a special guest with us tonight, and we'll talk about him a little later. But thank y'all so much for being here, man. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be on these internet streets, but because you guys chose to be here with us, man, we super appreciate that. So my name is Derek Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing. I'm also the thought leader of Forston Consultants, and that is simply a company where me and my family, we go all over the world showing you guys how to do exactly what we do, which is co-living, shared living, or what we've trademarked is independent living facilities. So if one or two of you all can let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. A lot of times I come on here talking, but I want to just make sure that you can hear me. So Shoshana, let me know. And Shoshana, let me know if you can see my special guest that we have today. And we'll introduce him here in just a minute. But while Olive, you all let me know, can you hear me loud and clear? Because as you can see, Shay is not here, who's usually my tech guru. So just one or two. Perfect. There you go. You guys say that y'all can hear me loud and clear. So again, thank y'all so much for being here. And then again, we're not going to be here super long tonight, but I do want to talk about what I talk about all the time. Just like I tell you guys, man, I'm like one of those Baptist preachers where my sermons really don't change, y'all. I talk about the same thing all the time. Tonight, we are going to talk a little bit about what runs this business, though. But for anybody that's, let's just say, new to us and you don't know who we are, we teach people how to take a regular residential property, connect with social workers and case managers, and then turn that into what we now call today the funnel system. That's how we get all of these great people that you hear us talking about that we're housing each and every day. We're getting these people because we're working with social workers and case managers, and we're working with social service providers. That serves as our funnel system. And then, like, we got questions last night that we didn't get a chance to answer, but it kind of leads over into our Tuesday nights is that what drives this whole business? So for us, it's called Digital Flow Solutions. So my wife and I, we own 8 different businesses, right? But what runs all of those businesses is Digital Flow Solutions. And the website is digitalflowsolutions.net. And that is a software system, I'm going to call it, or a CRM, that can run any business of any industry because it encompasses your website build out. And it also encompasses your business phone. And it encompasses everything that most people would need to run their business, like automations, funnels, ways to sell products, send invoices, things of that nature. And with us, the way that we use it is that this is also how we collect our payments. So many years ago, guys, when I was running these independent living facilities, I was picking up rent money manually. That means that I was driving to people, picking that money up. Today, guys, it looks a little bit different. And it looks the way, in my opinion, the way it should now. Right? Back in the day, I'm going to call that ghetto. Today, we have everything pretty much automated. So most of our payments coming on the 1st and the 3rd. How many of you all know that we're not far away from the 3rd, right, in terms of us just being paid? So again, the people that we serve, which are homeless adults, military veterans, elderly adults, seniors, women that are escaping domestic violence, teenagers aging from the foster care system, So we use a system today that not only takes our payments, it controls our census. It's the way that we send our emails out to our social workers and case managers. How else will we get the message out about who we are and what we do? So again, before I get super far right, let me know in the chat if you all are completely brand new to us. Anybody completely brand new to us, or do we have old timers here today? Because one thing that if you are new to us, I give everybody this prompt, and I want to make sure that you guys see it. So scrolling below on your screen, and my folks on TikTok, it's also on your screen. So if you text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, that'll literally give you our introductory webinar and also a discovery call with me and my team to answer any questions that you may have. So if you just joined us, you haven't missed a thing. We run independent living facilities. They don't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. And I won't be here for super long tonight, right? I got a special guest, and I haven't even introduced him yet. So I just want to finish kind of talking about who we are and what we do for anybody that's new. So if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, and you like helping people, and you always want to get involved in real estate, but you thought it had to be a group home, these are not group homes, y'all. These are independent living facilities. And what I tell you all this, right? I don't care what you call it: shared living, co-living, independent living, communal living. The most important thing is just to understand that we take one asset and we rent to multiple people. So not very different from what you hear when people are talking about multifamily, right? So, and again, multifamily, that's the big building with multiple sections of housing in it, right? This kind of no different from what we do, guys. We still rent and we lease a property, connect with social workers and case managers, and we house multiple people under one roof. Does that make sense, everybody? So I just want to make sure that that's not going over anybody's head so far. But again, what brings this all together for us is Digital Flow Solutions, which is our all-in-one platform that can run your entire business all the way down to your phone line, right? So put a number 3 in the chat if you would love a software system, no matter what you did, that could run your whole business. Put a number 3 in the chat if you agree with that. Because I remember when me and Shay first got started, we had all of these different subscriptions. We had MailChimp, we had Office this, Office that. We had all of these separate individual things. But when we discovered Digital Flow Solutions, we were able to get rid of DocuSign. We were able to get rid of that extra phone line. We was able to get rid of MailChimp. We was able to get rid of all of these different things because, again, Digital Flow Solutions has it all. And what's cool is that 80% of people that come to us and find us, they want to do exactly what we do. Just like most of y'all want to house the homeless and the displaced, get involved in real estate. But what about those people that come to us that run a chiropractor office, right? A CPR training center. That's a new client of ours. A person that owns their own med spa. A person that has their own restaurant. So if you're watching us today and maybe it's not your desire to run your own housing program, but you have a business, you got a daycare, you sell chocolate chip cookies, or you fry chicken and sell it from the back door of your house. Whatever you do, guys, we're in 2020, what now, 5? So without a website and social media, you guys don't exist. And what's cool about Digital Flow Solutions, the social media is also built in it. How many of y'all been around me long enough when I talk about that whole thing called Lift? L-I-F-T, LinkedIn L, Instagram I, Facebook F, TikTok T. We call that lifting your brand. The cool thing about it is once you build these pages under my coaching, I tell you guys to get 4 at least. I want you 8 or 9 or 10 social media platforms, but 4 at least, and that's the lift. Can you imagine being able to do one post and it goes out to all 4 of those places at the same time? That's what Digital Flow Solutions does for us, guys. So no more going to Instagram and posting, no more going to Threads and posting, no more going to YouTube and doing all of these individual posts, Pinterest, Lemonade. Guys, you guys can go through Digital Flow Solutions and literally do one post and it goes out to all of those places at one time. And then for most of you guys that are getting the virtual assistants through our coaching, that's the other cheat code to all of this. Because again, now you want to tie in the virtual assistants to it because they can learn this faster and quicker than most of us can. Because most of you guys got jobs, y'all got families, you guys are involved in your community, you guys are busy. You're not lazy people, you're just busy people. How many of you all will be real with yourself like me and say, Derek, man, I need some help. I do need a VA, or Derek, I have a VA. And if you have a VA, a virtual assistant already, and that's what a VA stands for if you're new to us, that VA needs to be intertwined in the digital flow solution so that they can run your back end while you at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family from that job. Because I don't want nobody to quit their job or lose their job while they're building this. We build this thing while we're working on, at our job at the same time. Now, hopefully the goal is most of you guys will become like me and a lot of other people under our coaching to where the goal is you want to eventually leave that job. Now, I often tell people and jokingly say it, but I'm serious. If you got a job that doesn't bother you, you kind of the boss, you come when you want to, you leave when you want to, you got great benefits, I'm going to call you double up. We want you to double up and you keep both. Don't you leave your job. But if you anything like me and you couldn't wait to get out of that place, put in the chat right now if you on TikTok or YouTube. Put in the chat if you like me 8 years ago. You say, no, Derek, my job ain't like that, bro. And I'm ready to go. Ready to go. So put in the chat if you ready to go. But again, guys, there's a time to leave and there's a right way to leave. And again, if you just joined us, all we're talking about is independent living facilities and what runs this entire business. And for us, y'all, it's digital flow solutions. So just like I tell you all, no matter what you do, if you're a mechanic, if you're a doctor, if you're a chiropractor, if you own a restaurant, we all need a website. We all need social media. So even if you own an auto body shop, right? If there's no social media and no website, how do people know to come and visit you? So again, no matter the industry that you're in, and that's what's cool about Digital Flow Solutions, it serves every business imaginable. You sell makeup online, you got an e-commerce store, you wrote an ebook last year and they sold it to nobody. That's again what Digital Flow Solutions does. So any questions that you guys may have, I'm gonna do my best to answer that. I jokingly tell you guys all the time, that's really not my cup of tea of being the techie one. My wife handles that, and I got a whole team that runs it. But I'm going to take a commercial break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to jump into some digital flow solutions type stuff. What's involved in it? What can it do? And why should you get it? We'll be right back.
We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content.
All right, good stuff. So you heard the guy. You probably got a great idea, but you just you need a website, right? And then another thing that you're going to hear us talk about is also the virtual assistants, guys. I told you guys that I'm very honest, right? Shay and I are very opposite. Shay is very techie. She's computer literate. Guys, I'm not that great at a computer, but when I realized many years ago that one of my coaches taught me that the cheat code to life was getting some help, and possibly some help that wouldn't cost you $10 an hour, $15 an hour, $25 an hour. So we use virtual assistants, guys, out of the Philippines, and we were so smart about it. And I'll admit it really wasn't my whole idea. My current VA that I had already offered it to me. So like, Derek, you want me to build you and us our own VA business? And I was like, oh my God, really? You can do that? And sure enough, man, 2 of my VAs built that whole company. So if you guys haven't seen it, man, visit va101.co. That's va101.co. My VAs built that whole website. They advertise it. They market it. They have meetings in the Philippines and job pools in the Philippines. And I've never been to the Philippines, y'all. Right? That's a 12-hour difference from where I live at. So I'm in Orlando, Florida. Right now it's 8:15. Right? I think it is, right? No, 7:15. Where they live at is 7:15 a.m. So that's the difference. It's a 12-hour difference. But can you imagine somebody is able to do everything that you can think of? When I found out that when you say they do, I was like, wow. because God made me more of a thought leader, guys. I can't put half of these plans together that come in this big old head of mine. But with virtual assistants, they're the cheat code to allowing me to start additional businesses. You guys hear me and Shay talk about we own 8 businesses. We don't say that to be braggadocious. We say that so that you can get in your mind, Johnson family, Smith family, the Carter family, that when you guys master this, what else can we get into now? What's this new business that we can start now? Make sense, Tracy? Tracy say, I'm ready to go. So, Tracy, only me and you was ready to go, Tracy. Look like, no, Jillian too. Jillian say, I'm ready to go. So only me, Jillian, and Tracy desire to leave our job. Everybody else is telling me that they got a great job and they don't mind keeping it. No problem. But again, back to Digital Flow Solutions. Without Digital Flow Solutions, how do we run this business? What's the back end of it? Also, how do we involve the VAs in it? Because again, most of y'all got jobs. So who's going to answer that phone? Some of you guys have heard Shay talk about the AI bot that we use, right? The AI bot can replace the actual human being and do that same answering of your phone, the same assessment. And then once it hangs up, the phone call gets pushed to you in an email and a text message, and you can listen to it. And guys, the AI bot that we offer is only 13 cents a minute. So can you imagine when your phone goes ring, 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 and you at your 9-to-5 job doing what you're supposed to do? Out trying to feed your family, pay your light bill, your water bill, and enrich your life. But God has told you to build this program. So who's answering that phone if you don't get the virtual assistant? Guys, we got an AI bot that sounds so realistic, and it does the assessment of whatever you have trained that bot to do, and my team can help you train it. And that's 13 cents a minute. So it's 2 things I want to make sure that you guys knew about today before I leave. Virtual assistants are the cheat code to your whole life. Our done for you service is only $135 a week for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Really slowly, one more time. Our VA service, the done for you service is 4 hours a day. So that's 9 to what? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, or 10 to 2. You take your pick. That's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. For all these ideas that God put in your heart and in your head that you ain't got time to put together. That's why you need a virtual assistant to do a lot of this stuff. Now, you folks that need somebody to answer your phone and again can't afford that VA, what about the AI bot that we offer for 13 cents a minute? So consider that, right? So in a minute, somebody on my team gonna text me a phone number that I'm gonna give y'all. If Shay can hear me, wherever she may be, Shay, text me that phone number that they can text. And I may even have a photographic of it where you guys can set up an appointment with Digital Flow Solutions to talk about that AI bot, to talk about the virtual assistant service. Now, what's cool about my VA service? Here's a real cheat code. Under my coaching, either with my one-on-one coaching or if you desire our DIY, guys, I give you a VA complimentary. Watch how crazy that is. If you go to va101rightnow.co, our VA service, y'all, and anybody that comes to us from the outside, that VA service is $797 for one VA to where we vet, we train, and we endorse that VA to you. But watch this. My DIY whole coaching, all the paperwork, all the curriculum, all my coaching, website build out for you, and you get this DFS, guys, for only $497. So I had over 3 strategy calls already this week for people that wanted either a website by itself or a VA by itself. Why would you do that and pay more when you can get my DIY for $497 and the website comes with it? How genius is that? Let me give you another cheat code, right? We had a lady come to us, right? And she's like, Derek, man, you know, I need a website. And I love that VA service. But Derek, I'll admit, I don't want to house the homeless. I love y'all mission. I love what y'all do. She says, but Derek, my daughter kind of wants to get into that. She says, but Derek, I'll be honest. I'm only getting the DIY because I want that VA for my other business. And Derek, I want you to build my website for my other business. Look how she used that as a cheat code to serve her daughter to get the teaching and the learning. But she also is going to get the VA and the website build out for herself for a completely different business. Two of y'all put in the chat, Derek, that was smart of her. Like, do you guys agree with that? Like, Jillian, I'm gonna act like this is just me and Jillian. Jillian, do you think that was smart? Like, I think that was genius. She's like, Derek, I don't want to house the homeless. Like, that's not what I do. She does a completely different business, and she's also a consultant of that business, and she sells courses. She says, Derek, I want to get that VA because I see how you're using Jess, Alex, Hermie, and all of these VAs you got. And Derek, I want you to build my website for my business. And I can get my daughter one again through y'all. I think that was very smart. Okay. So it's starting to rain like crazy where I am. It's thundering and it's lightning. What I want to do, though, is I do want to take about, I'll put a number on it. I'll take about 5 questions. It can concern digital flow solutions. It can concern starting your independent living facility, or it can concern that scholarship that I've been giving out to go towards the ILF Mastery Blueprint, which ends Thursday at 12 o'clock noon. Let's take a real quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God is giving you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co, and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise.
What's going on, everybody? We are back, and thank you guys so much for joining us in our live podcast. Don't wait to be great. This is Big Black. Rule to me, I didn't introduce him yet, but this is my boy called Big Black. Big Black steps in for me when Shay is not here. So everybody in the chat, show Big Black some love. As you guys can see, he's got a kiss on his cheek and he's holding a rose. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. He don't say much. So he's got a lot of knowledge, but he's kind of gridlocked. He don't say very much, Jillian. But if everybody in the chat can show my boy Big Black some love, I absolutely appreciate that. And Big Black is only welcome here when Shay is not. So if I happen not to be here, you may see Big Black or somebody completely different. But if 5 of y'all in the chat can show Big Black some love, I'd appreciate that. So again, my name is Derek Forster, and again, we go all over the world showing people how to start their own independent living facility. And my desire is, I'll admit, my favorite is to watch people walk off their job to do this, right? And big shout out to all the people just literally this week alone, and we already just hit on Tuesday, people that are picking up their sets of keys, people that are joining the coaching, people that are doing the house tours to get the rental property. There's a lot of y'all between Friday and Monday and Tuesday today. So big shout out to everybody that's under my coaching, man, that are getting your first set of keys. We call this into existence because remember, we talk about this. Call these things that be not as though they were. So that stuff is coming to pass now. So we appreciate that. And thank you guys for trusting us. And again, I think 5 or 6 people signed up today for the one-on-one coaching. So big shout out to all of you guys that are believing in what we're doing. Most of you guys are doing what we call move at the speed of instruction. Because I told you guys, my coaching going to look completely different come January next year. And that's not like some threat, right? That wasn't me to be mean. God is just really blessing us. And if I can't do something at 100%, I won't do it, right? So my one-on-one coaching for anybody that's in it, you're already grandfathered. You good to go. But people that meet me in January, they won't even know the access that you guys have because that's really what's changing. Right now, my one-on-one people get my personal phone number. They can call me Monday through Friday, and we have sessions every 2 weeks as long as you book it because we put that on you to book that, right? No other coach in the world does that. None of my coaches do that, right? And I got coaches I pay 10 and 20 grand, and I can only talk to them once or twice a year, right? All of their stuff is kind of like a DIY, but they give you curriculum. And I pay good money for coaching, y'all. So I'm just saying that our coaching is growing into that. But all year long, our coaching is on sale. The one-on-one coaching is $5,000. The DIY is $500, and both of those prices are not that normally. But all year long until December, which everything will probably be doubled in January in terms of price. And I'll admit again, the accessibility that my one-on-one people get now, that's probably done, right? Shay and I do a lot of things in sevens, and without me even realizing that it's been 7 years that I've been coaching under that model, because I literally just kind of counted it. Now, you guys hear me say I left my job 8 years ago and all of that. Remember, I didn't start coaching right away. So under my coaching, it's been 7 years. So year 8, it's time to turn that chapter in terms of what does the one-on-one coaching look like? And then I'm going to introduce, or I should say probably reintroduce, the group coaching. That's what a lot of my coaching will be going to. But don't worry, if you're under my coaching right now, nothing changes. It's just that people in January will have no clue what you all were privy to, because that won't be offered to them. So again, guys, my coaching is one-on-one. We customize it to you, your city, your family, right? And it's one-on-one. And again, next year, January, it's going to look a little bit different. But other than that, we come here every Monday, every Tuesday, every Saturday, literally giving this game away. I promised God years ago that if he allowed me to get into this, y'all, that I would go all over the world teaching it. And that's exactly what I do. So South Carolina, you guys are next in terms of our in-person. And something may even be squeezed in between that. We just never know. But we did release the dates literally last night. So Katara, you're free to type it in the chat, but I'll also say it. Well, actually, I'm going to let Katara type it in the chat because that's her city. Then when she types it, I'll say it. So if you live anywhere within, I'm going to say, a 2-hour range, 3-hour range of South Carolina, we want to see you guys. Katara is getting ready to put in the chat literally the dates. And again, like normal, I'm going to make this an absolute no-brainer. It'll kind of be a one-day thing. And Katara and I will kind of talk about what will be added to that if we do end up adding something. But so far, I'm absolutely going to spend a whole day with Katara and her family outside of you all, right? But then everybody will be brought together because we want to do some kind of a teaching, some kind of a learning, some kind of a master class. So the details will start to come out really soon in terms of how to sign up, where is it. But as you see in the chat, August 2nd in Columbia, South Carolina, get the word out now, because we will put a number on this and it will sell out. I guarantee it. We're not going to put 100 and 200 people in the room. We never do that, right? So if you guys know us, y'all know that our sweet spot is somewhere between 40 to 60 people. Once we get to that 40 range, we start backing up, right? Because we love to keep it intimate, because y'all know I got a big mouth and I love to talk. And in big crowds, it's hard to get as intimate as I like. So again, guys, don't hesitate. August 2nd. In fact, if I were you, I would put this on my calendar now, right? I wouldn't even wait until the website comes available, till the pricing comes out. I will book this on my calendar right now. If you love God, if you love people, and you love real estate, and you always want to know how to put it together to do God's will, help people, be respected by your community, but also make enough money to feed your family. We want to see you guys in South Carolina, specifically Columbia, August the 2nd. Katara, go ahead and put in the chat, what day of the week is that? Because somebody's asking right now. I'm sure they didn't pull out their phone yet. But as I take this next commercial break, August 2nd, Katara, put in the chat, what day of the week is that? And then we're going to be there probably for multiple days. But the actual event will go down August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. We'll be right back.
If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show.
It takes me. I am back, ladies and gentlemen, and I just brought up Digital Flow Solutions, which is the CRM system that we use. Can everybody see that on screen? I want to make sure that you all can see this. Our mission and vision are very simple, man. We are high tech, and we trying to get you there whether you know it or not. And it can run your business. And like I tell everybody, I am not very techy, but that's why I have this system, right? That's why I have virtual assistants that can do this. So now if you come to us from the outside, you're probably going to be interested in one of these three packages. But I'm going to just tell you right now, if you get my one-on-one coaching or the ILF Mastery Blueprint DIY, we actually give you guys the largest package for only that $37 a month. So that means your hosting fee, right, is covered with all of these things that I'm getting ready to talk about. But if you come to me from the outside and you got a chicken joint, right, you sell clothes from Etsy, like you got a different business, you gonna choose from one of these. The first plan is the Startup Savvy, that's $37 a month. And again, we build your website and it's only $37 a month. And the setup fee here is only $97. Again, if you're an outsider, right, there is no setup fee if you get the one-on-one coaching or the DIY. Two of y'all put in the chat, understood, Derek. But if you come with your other dream, your other ideal, that's a $97 setup. And again, only $37 a month to get your website built. We're also going to make sure that you have that chat widget. And you're also going to have one of my favorite features, y'all. And it's called that missed call text back. In business, if you get a phone call and you don't answer, guess what that customer's doing? Going to the very next person. So if you're housing people and you don't answer and you don't have that AI bot for 13 cents a minute that can answer your phone also, they go to the next person, which means you just lost an opportunity to help somebody and an opportunity to make some money. Shame on you. But with the missed call text back feature, what if every call you do miss, they get an instant text that say, oh, wow, sorry, we just missed your call. We must have been on the phone handling another customer. But can you shoot us a text message of what your desire is until we get a chance to call you back? How many of y'all would agree that that's better than just not answering and then getting no response? That text back feature allows people to feel like, wow, they didn't forget about me. They sent me a text message. And most people prefer to text anyway rather than talking to you. And then you also get that reputation manager, which allows you to control your Google reviews, send people Google reviews. How many of you all check a Google review before you go to a hotel, a restaurant, or go to a place of shopping? So Google reviews are important. Most of y'all have checked my Google reviews before you bought from me. And if you haven't, please go. I encourage you to go to Forston Consultants on Google and look at our Google reviews. People say great things about us. Because one thing about people, boy, if you ain't serving them right, everybody don't tell the same lie. Now, if you got 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 bad reviews and you got 1,000 great ones, that don't mean nothing. So again, asking for the Google review and being able to automate it, y'all, that's genius. The next one is called the Inbox Innovator. That's only $87 a month to get everything in Plan 1. But now you get that social planner. This is where you can post on all forums with one touch of a button. Facebook, let me do Lyft. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Imagine making one post, hitting the button, and not even your VA can do this. And now it goes out to all 4 of those places automatically by itself. This is called efficiency, ladies and gentlemen. And again, no matter what your business is. So if you found me today and you said, Derek, bro, I don't want to house the homeless. That's not my cup of tea. I'm on here because I heard you was going to talk about on Tuesday nights this website and CRM system that I can get from you for $97. So watch this again really slowly. No matter the industry, we'll build your website for $97. Gone are the days where you pay somebody $2,000 for a website, $1,500, $900. Guys, I used to charge all of that stuff. But now because of the tools and my team and AI, we gonna build your website for $97, and now you just pick your plan. Make sense, everybody? Just like back in the day when we got these cell phones and you bought the phone, you had to pick a plan that had a certain amount of minutes. How many of y'all old enough to remember that our cell phones, we used to have to buy our own minutes? Y'all remember them days? Oh my goodness. So again, now you also got that calendar. Didn't I tell you guys that Jess, my assistant, runs my whole life, my personal life and my business, meaning my schedule? God runs my life. Don't get that twisted. Jess, my assistant, runs my calendar. Shay don't even know what's on my schedule Monday through Friday, but guess who does? Jess. And it goes on my calendar every day. So at the start of my day, this is why the VAs are so powerful. Jess tells me my whole schedule every day, y'all. Derek at 9:30, you got Miss Jones. Derek at 10:15, you got the Rogers family. Derek at 12 o'clock, Tia Johnson coming through, right? Derek at 2 o'clock, you got to meet with Miss Michelle and her husband. So my whole schedule is on my calendar and it's pushed to my phone so that I also know what's going on. And Jess gonna call me 15 minutes before every appointment. Derek, don't forget, you meet with Miss Sally and her team at 10. Makes sense, everybody? This system allows you guys to make money in your sleep. Most of y'all, especially if you're under my one-on-one coaching, I told you, you're going to write a book under my coaching this year. Where you think you're going to sell that book from? Right here. Because we give you this system. Why you think I tell y'all text the phrase more info to that phone number? Y'all going to be saying the same stuff. Want to buy my new ebook? Text the word book to, and you will name your phone number now. That's why some of y'all don't realize the same system I use, I give it to y'all. Remember with my coaching, I told you guys, I don't sell y'all websites and logos and automations. I don't sell paperwork. I don't sell curriculum. Guys, I sell transformation. When you ready to change your life, that's when you come to me and my family. These tools, guys, I give this to y'all complimentary. The website build out, all that's on me. All you pay is your hosting fee every month to be on the World Wide Web. That means www.yourwebsite. So that when somebody's looking for you, you pop up. Two of y'all type in the chat, Derek, that makes sense, bro. I'm not lost, Derek. And coming from a person that's not very techie, I told you guys, I'm not very techie. Last but not least, we call this one the Big Daddy, the business icon. But what's cool about my coaching, because I love people so much, no matter which one you get, the one-on-one coaching or the DIY, I give y'all this one. Now, I'm sorry, but if you come to me and you want to open up your pizza place, your nursing facility, your dog training facility, you sell puppies out the trunk of your car, whatever other business you got to pay that $297. But I'll admit, I spoil my people that do ILF. So I don't care if you get my one-on-one coaching or if you get the DIY, you get this plan for $37 a month. Two of y'all type in the chat, yeah, Derek, or Lord have mercy. That's how much I love this business and this ministry, that I spoil you guys and I give y'all not only this website build out, but remember, I also give you guys the virtual assistant that comes along with it. Now, if you go to va101.co by itself, that VA costs you $797. I own that company. But through my coaching, you get the VA and the website build out in my DIY for only $497. Why you think so many people buying it lately? Because it's a no-brainer. And then I'll admit, after about 4 or 5 weeks, most of those people say, wow, Derek, that DIY is good, bro. But man, I want to be able to call you, Derek. And then they upgrade to our one-on-one ILF Mastery Blueprint coaching. So we always tell everybody, man, start with our free content Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. But if that's good and you want more, jump into the one-on-one coaching, especially if finances is not your problem. But we also offer financing through Klarna and Afterpay right at checkout. We've been giving scholarships out all week, right? And then if nothing else, you get that DIY. Because I tell people this, if God has told you to get into this and you don't at least get the DIY, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, you can't tell me that God has called you to this and you won't invest in yourself. Just doesn't make sense to me. Good to see you, Miss Angela Ford. I mean, you had a nice call today, Angela, right? So how did Angela get a chance to talk to me? She's not one-on-one coaching yet. She just followed that prompt below. She texted that phrase, more info, to that phone number, 407-326-0086. That led to our web class. She watched it. She joins us on YouTube faithfully. She had a call today. We answered every question that she had, and she's ready to move forward. Like, we're simple, guys. Like, I don't make this rocket science. If you said God put this in your heart, then lucky for you and blessed of you, he put my big mouth right in front of you, because he said, Derek, 8 years ago, I'm going to make you go through the bumps, the bruises, lawsuits, the Channel 8 news, and Derek, you're going to mess this up. But Derek, when you get it right, it's going to be for people like Angela. It's going to be for people like the Johnson family. It's going to be people like Katara, her and her husband, her mom, her sister. It's going to be for people like Jillian and her family. Tracy, it wasn't going to just be for me. It's for you, Tracy, who's also family now. So again, back to the business icon. Again, it's only go for my people that got a car shop. You sell clothes, you sell shoes, whatever you do. And you want all them automations, you want them workflows, you want to be able to sell memberships. How many of you go would desire to have your own membership, your own Facebook group, and charge people to be in to get your knowledge, your skill set? That ebook that all of y'all are supposed to write under me gets sold from this. Jillian, can you imagine telling your people, hey, text the word book to my phone number 898-005, blah, 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 blah. And Jillian, instantly they get a download. And Jillian, all you need is their name, email, phone number, and then they pay. Jillian, you get paid and you in the bed sleeping. You're sleeping at night, or you at work on your night shift sleep. While you at work, somebody bought your ebook and you changed somebody's life because of your story. I tell every one of you, man, I don't know y'all personal story, but watch this. I'm no psychic. I'm no prophet, but watch this. Everybody on the side of my voice right now, you all have a story. Every one of you guys have a story. You just don't know how to put it into a book format. But if you under my one-on-one coaching, first of all, you get my AI book writing workshop for free. So if you haven't never received that and you under my one-on-one coaching, I taught a class, Shay and I, about 8-9 months ago. And if you in here, you was in that class, Katara, shout me out. We taught you guys how to write a book in one day in less than 10 minutes and be published the next day on Amazon and Etsy and your personal website through DFS. Because it was a one text prompt using ChatGPT. Lord have mercy. Now, if you missed it, I think my team sells that for like $197 or maybe $97. I'm not sure. I forgot. But if you're under my coaching, you don't even pay for that. You get that complimentary. And you guys are to write a book under me this year. You're going to sell that book right from this platform, and we're going to automate it going out to all of these people, thousands of people, so that you can make some money to feed your family and support your housing program. Oh, this is so genius. I hope you guys are catching this, man. And with the business icon is how you're going to be able to do all of that. Send invoices, send estimates. So again, I'm just simply talking about how do we run our independent living facility or any business. Right there is the phone number. If you text the phrase CRM to 407-809-8215, first of all, you'll get a free gift. Second of all, you can also set up a phone call to talk to somebody on my team about, yeah, man, I want one of these websites, bro. Derek, I don't want to house the homeless, but I do got a website where I sell my artwork. And Derek, I need a website. And you said for only $97, and $37 a month to book it, Derek, to be on the World Wide Web every day. That's it. So right now, screenshot that, take a picture of it. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God has given you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise.
Just about done. I'm going to go to the chat. Oh, yeah, let me put this back one more time. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that, you all. And again, text CRM to that phone number, and that'll give you guys a free download in terms of a PDF and also a call to talk about what is your next business that you need a website for. What about that AI bot? I should see probably 15 calls lined up this week only asking about that AI bot. Guys, for 13 cents a minute, you wouldn't want an AI bot that sounds superhuman to answer your phone while you at your 9-to-5 job. Because if you miss a call, you miss business. You miss an opportunity to help somebody. So for 13 cents a minute, guys, please set up a call to just have Shay show you a demo. We've done that tons of times on here on my YouTube channel. Go to any Tuesday night, probably 4 months or further back, and you will find that we do this live on YouTube to where we show y'all what the AI bot sounds like. How does it do the assessment and answer your phone? Whether you own a shoe company, a cake company, a cookie company, a fried chicken company, no matter what it is, Shay shows you guys how to build that bot and train it to answer every question them people got. So if you've never seen that, if I were you, I would set up an appointment just to see that. How does that AI bot work for 13 cents a minute? Make sense? Mr. D, good to see you, big bro. Kathy's your sister, so you family to me already then, big bro. He says, my sister Kathy turned me on to you and the DIY. So Kathy bought the DIY, quickly learned that DIY is great. But Devin, there is nothing like calling me or the source and getting it from the source. Kathy upgraded, and as you know, they picked up their keys very recently to their first ILF. So big shout out to Kathy and Ronald. In fact, if you ain't no hater, can 5 of y'all congratulate Kathy and Ronald for picking up their keys to their first ILF? I'd appreciate that personally. So Mr. D, absolutely, big bro. I would love for you to get that DIY. Now, actually, I want you to get the one-on-one coaching, to be honest with you, right? Because, hey, Devin, what I do know, Kathy is very smart and on it. If you're half of that, you're probably good. But I'm going to tell you right now, bro, if you ain't smarter than your sister, skip that DIY, bro. Kathy is one of the smartest people I've seen in a long time through our coaching. Right? So if you're not as smart as your sister, you need to skip right by that DIY, because even Kathy came back and said, Derek, that DIY is great, bro. But Derek, I need to upgrade, because there is nothing like hearing what I hear you talk about on YouTube and you giving me this on my own personal time with me and my husband. So Mr. D, if I was you, man, I would look right past that DIY unless there's something that I don't know, right? Because if I can remember, let's see how good my memory is. Did you send a message saying something about you're a truck driver and you're often working? which means the DIY may be good for you. So that way you can go at your own pace. But remind me, big bro. She said, that's my big brother. I told him about it and it was sold. So Kathy, he actually sent us a message and we saw that. So I was looking for him to set up that call. So Mr. D, if you haven't watched that introductory webinar, go ahead and do that. I'm sure Kathy told you a lot about it, but there is nothing like hearing it for yourself. And then I want to talk to you personally, not through YouTube, to answer any question that you may have. Now, Devin, I got over 830 videos, bro, under just the live tab alone on my YouTube. There isn't a question you got that's not in the video form. But I don't want you having to scroll through it and find it. That's why I give people that free discovery call. Oh, and let me make a disclaimer too. Not that I'm mad about it, but a few people over the last few weeks have been setting up discovery calls and they miss it. And my assistant is so nice. She put you right back on my schedule. From now on, that'll be a dead thing. If you set up this free call and I take my time out and I sit down and don't go nowhere, I don't watch no TV, I don't drive nowhere, and I set you on my calendar to take that call and you miss it, like literally starting next Monday, Jess's instruction will be, that's over now. You don't get another call. You just got to come to YouTube and ask me questions. So be respectful of my time, right? And 95% of y'all, 98% of y'all are good at this, right? No problem. But there's 2% of people, it just here lately, I was like, wow, people are scheduling, but then they miss it. So my VA, who is very nice, and it's Jess, and she know how much this means to us, she usually rebook you and put you back on my calendar. I'm telling y'all right now, as of Monday of this week coming, that's it. That's over with. If you missed that call, God bless you, right? Because I took out my time to talk to you for no charge, right? And my charge per hour is $400 an hour, unless you got my one-on-one coaching and you just ride out for life. So last disclaimer, but guys, let's just be respectful of everybody's time because I never miss y'all meetings. So make sure that if you schedule that call, just know that if you do miss it, no problem. Just come to YouTube and ask me all the questions you want, okay? Let me check that chat. I see a lot of people congratulating Kathy and Ronald. Our house is big enough to fit 10 people. Wow. So Kathy, I'm probably going to have you and Ronald speaking to our one-on-one group very soon. I just want people to hear you guys' journey. It's hard to do that here on YouTube, and neither would I do that actually. Only our coaching clients are privy to that. I wouldn't allow you guys to spew that in just front of everybody because a lot of our coaching also went into that, and a lot of your drive, your effort went into it. So the devil is a lie that we just spew that out to everybody. But if you're an ILF Mastery Blueprint member, or if you're a DIY member that upgraded to that $47 a month, you're going to hear Ronald's and Kathy's story because they don't mind talking to people because I just know it. Right, y'all? They're not afraid because some of y'all, that's where y'all struggling. You're afraid to talk to people. Kathy go right up in them people's face just like me. Ronald is the same way. No fear when it comes to talk about what this thing is. So one thing that I want to pray for you guys is that you guys lose the spirit of fear and that God gives you so much confidence that if the wrong person see it, I almost want to sound arrogant. But remember how I just said that if the wrong person see it, confidence is confidence. But when the wrong person see it, they get offended and they think you arrogant. Forget about that. That's the goodness of God. And I want you guys to see, because I get 100 questions a month. Derek, how long would it take me to get my own house? Well, no more me telling that. I'm going to let Ronald them tell y'all. Because I got a lot of people that I coach this to, right? So I want them to be able to tell you guys, right? Now that sound okay, everybody? So if you're an ILF Mastery Blueprint member, I want you guys, because y'all hear my story all the time. That's baloney after a while, because I'm the coach. You guys just think it's supposed to come to me like that. Ronald and Kathy just made me just say yesterday, not being funny, but that's how short of the time is. Right, Kathy and Ronald? But they did what we talk about all the time. They move at the speed of instruction. In fact, me and Ronald got a running joke right now that Kathy moves faster than the speed of instruction. How many of you all saw in the ILF Academy the post that Kathy put out of how organized she's made the inside of her car to do this? So right there, 3 of y'all just told me without saying it, like you're not even in the ILF Academy. Why wouldn't you be in my free Facebook group where Kathy is showing you that stuff without it being on my page? Why do you think I built that group? Just to feel good about me? No. So that people like Kathy that met me 30 days ago, who has an LLC, has an EIN, has social media, has a website, and just got keys to a house, Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly, who's family now. Kimberly's my sister now. She just came on, bought the DIY. I'm telling you, Davin, Kimberly did the same thing. DIY, boom, she my sister now, though. She's family now. Game over now, Kimberly. Let's take off running now. No more waiting on YouTube saying, oh, but Derek coming on at 7 o'clock. No more of that. Kimberly said, Derek, I want you on the phone with me, bro. Kathy said, Derek, this DIY is great. And Dr. Jordan, big shout out to you and your husband. They bought the DIY less than 40 days ago and on property number 2. So I don't care which one you get. They both good. It's all according to what your style is. Does that make sense, everybody? Dr. Jordan pretty much told me without saying it, Derek, I don't need your one-on-one coaching, bro. Derek, you good and all that, but bro, if you gonna give me all that coaching, all that teaching, Derek, you gonna build my website too? And Derek, you will give me all the paperwork. And Derek, you still come on YouTube 3 days a week. And Derek, for $47 a month, you're going to let me upgrade to where the one-on-one people are, to where we meet once a month, and then Monday through Friday, they can still ask questions in that private Telegram group. Derek, I'm getting that DIY, bro. So big brother, Kathy's big brother, Mr. D, I'm telling you, and I'm saying this jokingly, but I'm serious. If you're not smarter than your sister, if you don't move like Kathy, bro, don't even get that DIY. Unless you say, Derek, I'm busy, bro, and I just need to do this at my own pace. And Derek, I know you got the game, but Derek, let me DIY it first. No problem. Kathy will tell you right now, I never pushed them. I got the least coaching, the least pushiest coaching in the world. How many of y'all have said that y'all heard me begging people to buy my coaching? Never. Because one thing about this, God is good to us, and that's between you and God, because you told me 98% of y'all that come and say, Derek, man, God called me to this, bro. Now, Big Black sitting here listening. Big Black, you hear these people? Some of y'all say that God called you to this. Put in the chat right now. How many of you guys feel like you said, man, Derek, God called me to do this, bro? So, Mr. Davin, all I'm saying is that most people, when they get that DIY, they brag about it. They say it's good. But my statistics show in my company that 75 to 80% of y'all upgrade less than 4 weeks of having it. Because you love it so much, but you want to talk to Derek. You say, Derek, man, I know what you mean, but on video 13, and that was a good video, but bro, what did you mean when you said that? How would you do that? See, now you lost. Or you got to wait to come on YouTube. Captain said, Captain said, Rona said, Captain, babe, you want to do this? Let's get Derek one-on-one coaching. Let's not play with this. That sound about right, Rona? Now, Rona, if I'm lying, bro, call me a liar and straighten the story out. But from my understanding, Ronald and Kathy, and I can name a couple of y'all, are kind of like me and Shay. Even with the roles of how things went. Talk to me, Ronald. Kathy, talk to me in the chat and call me a liar if I ain't telling the truth. Kimberly, my family now, Kimberly gonna tell me if I ain't telling the truth, y'all. Kimberly Randall, anything have I said yet that don't line up with everything me and you done talked about, including your call today? Okay? Look at the chat, y'all. One thing about the internet, y'all, if you ain't doing people right, you'll see it. People have nothing bad to say about us, man, because again, not being funny, not being braggadocious. I've been through so much, y'all, and did this so wrong, the wrong way for so long that we just got it down to a science now. That if you listen and you move at the speed of instruction, it's hard to fail at this, y'all. I'm so confident in our coaching that if you tell me that you can't succeed in this or you just don't pan out, I'm going to tell you right now, you didn't try hard enough. You didn't put your all into it. I got too many people in too many cities, too many states that are successful under this coaching. And watch this, not because Derek is so great, the devil is a liar. For me, it's the goodness of God that's in me. And God is crazy about me, y'all. So my coaching is 1000% bulletproof. So if you do your work and let God do his part, man, this thing is a no-brainer. Show me something else where you can please God, help people, be respected by your community, but also make enough money to feed your family. This is it. And some people gonna do this in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Big shout out to Christian and his family who's rehabbing a house right now in North Carolina. Christian, if you're here, shout me out, big bro. His place to be done in less than 30 days. Why won't y'all HRA to Christian right now? Christian lives in North Carolina. If you live in South or North Carolina, why don't you have Christian's phone number? Why don't you say, hey, bro, just checking in when your place ready? Because I'm ready to fill those beds so that you can sell me my money. Because Derek taught me that HRA. Christian, if you here, big bro, shout me out, man. Had a great meeting with Christian. Makes sense, everybody? So as I said, I wasn't going to be here super long. It's about 8 o'clock on the dot. I think I'm going to put a pin in it right there. I only came today to talk about what runs this business. And I want to see 15 calls this week for people that are at least asking about either the VA service, the AI bot that's 13 cents a minute, or at least the one-on-one coaching. Because as I told you guys, that scholarship that we've been giving out all week long, that's dead come Thursday. And now everything's the same until December 31st. Because January 1st of next year, all of this is different, y'all. And congratulations to everybody that moved at the speed of instruction before December 31st that got in. Because I'm just telling you guys that want that one-on-one access, that's going to look so different next year that you like, wow, Derek, that ain't how you did it last year, bro. Yeah, I know. My group coaching going to be the price of what this one-on-one is. The one-on-one going to be somewhere between 10 and 12 grand, y'all. Because y'all keep proving every day that it works and that I'm charging too cheap. Guys, I charge $5 grand for a business with one house. You can make that back in 2 months. In my mind, as a coach and the way I'm being taught, my product too cheap. I got people that's making 20 and 30 and 40 grand a month, and they paid me $5 grand to learn this. Some of them $7,500 to learn this. Some of my older people paid that 15 grand. But here's a great question, and this is how I'm going to end this whole live tonight. Would you give me $10,000 if I showed you a trick? I'm going to call it a trick. If I showed you a magic trick that could make you 10 grand a month, 5 grand a month, 7 grand a month, you pay one time 10 grand. What if I showed you something where you can do God's will, help people, and make enough money to feed your family, and you can now make 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand a month? Would you pay me 10 grand? Ronald, you know me now, bro. But let's just say, Ronald, me and you just met. Ronald, with just common sense, bro, not talking about who I am as a person and you don't know if I trick you. Forget all that, Ronald. Ronald, if you came to me today and I said, Ronald, bro, give me 10 grand. I'm going to show you something that can make you 10 grand a month eventually. Ronald, would you pay me that? Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. And that's why I know my coaching is too low. I'm just telling you guys, like, this is not like me wagging a finger. The normal coaching, guys, is $7,500. All year long, I've dropped it to $4,997. And if you under my coaching right now, you know within your first 1 or 2 coaching calls that the coaching is absolutely worth it. And again, watch this. Not because I'm so great. It ain't because of me. It's because of experience, what I've been through, and that God honors this thing. And God already went, and he blew on it. So the blessing is done. It's your time to take action and move into it now. So last time, man, if you guys enter the word, what was it now? NOW at the coupon code box at checkout. So if you went to ForsterConsultants.com to buy our coaching, the one-on-one coaching, and you using the coupon code box, the word now, NOW, that gives a discount that's way different from what the original price is. And right now, I won't even say what it is. Just go see if you're interested. But it takes a huge chunk out of that $4,997. That dies Thursday at 12 noon. So if you've ever desired our coaching, but maybe just the timing wasn't right, couldn't afford it. Now I'm taking a big chunk out of it. Enter the word now, and you will immediately see the price change. In the word now, hit apply, bam. And then apply for financing. That's right there. I'm amazed every week when I talk to people on my discovery calls of how many people that don't know that we offer financing. You guys didn't know that? So right at checkout, if you don't got $4,997 in your pocket or your bank account, no problem. Click the one that says Klarna or Afterpay. It's a little drop-down box. Right under where you put that coupon code at, go down just a little bit down to the right. And you click it. Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, Klarna, Afterpay, Cash App Pay. So it's no excuse of how, like, we got tons of ways to get into it. But other than that, I'm going to take me a sip of tea. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. Y'all give it up for my special guest. I told y'all, man, he don't say much. That's why I love Shay Moore. This guy, he's kind of bland. But what I do like about Big Black, his name is Big Black. He follows direction. He moves at the speed of instruction. You know, he look a little slow today, but he don't say much. But he does so much social media, y'all, that people call him, and he uses the AI bot. So y'all give a shout out to my boy Big Black. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. We're going to be live again Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you're not already following us, follow me at Derek Forston on Facebook. Be my friend. But when you come there, never mind being my friend, be nosy and look at what we're doing. Look at all of the content that's being posted, all of the free game that I'm giving. And I'm so proud of the people that only come to my YouTube channel and my social media. And from that alone, they get started. I am so proud of that, y'all. That means that my free content is even allowing people to get started. Katara, he ain't gonna say a word. That since he just like that, he don't do no talking, y'all. Like, he follow instruction, he move at the speed of instruction. He's a great stand-in. He don't butt in. Notice how many times I cut Shay off every night when we talking. That's a bad habit. This guy won't never do that. Call me a liar, Katara, if he's cut me off one time tonight. He ain't cut me off one time, y'all, has he? So for that, Miss Jillian, he's an absolute great guest because I love the talk, right? And one of my bad habits that I'm trying to break, and y'all pray for me, I'll be cutting Shay off a lot. Sometimes she cut me off, but I'm real bad at it. This guy gonna teach me that. Tonight, that's what he's teaching me. Just sit back, chill, relax, and look at Shay and wait till she's done speaking before I start. But y'all know me, I get so excited. Katara said, nope, not one time, bro. Exactly. And that's why, to be honest with you, he's free to come here anytime because he's a great guest. He don't say much. He don't take any questions either. But anyway, man, my name is Derek Forston. I approve this entire message. And again, man, we laugh and we joke and we have a good time here, but don't get it twisted. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, if this is something that you've been trying to get into, I want to be your coach. So again, check us out. Don't buy nothing from me before you watch our webinar and have a call with me. Don't be like some people that you so excited that you just go and buy. Now, I'll admit, I kind of like that, but I kind of don't. I want you to be sure of what you're doing. I'm not in such a rush for you to buy something from me that I won't have a conversation. Run away from people that's ready for you to buy, but don't want to talk to you on that phone. The devil is a liar. Spending that kind of money, if you want a phone call, let's do it. But if it's just general questions, you come right here to YouTube and we can do that as a family together. But if you say, no, Derek, I want to be like all them other people you just talked about. And Derek, I truly want to be a part of like this family and this association that you're building of great people that love God, love people, and love real estate. Because as I keep saying it, when Shay and I build this association that's being built, we're already in talks with lawyers and everything. The ILF Mastery Blueprint people, you guys are going to be the core of that. Make sense? And outsiders, it's just going to look a little bit different. They can come in, but it's going to be different. My ILF Mastery Blueprint people, you guys are going to be the ones that's going to build with us along with that association. So don't forget again, man, follow me on Derek Forston on Facebook, Forston Consultants everywhere else. So every forum you can imagine, if you type in Forston Consultants, will pop up. Derek Forston on Facebook, Derek Forston on TikTok. Other than that, man, you guys be great. I hope and I pray God's best for your life, your family, your mental health, and your physical health. Because remember what I always say, sometimes it's hard to do God's will if we're not able-bodied and have the mind of Christ. So that's my prayer over each and every one of you all, and I'll leave it like that. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great, and we'll see you guys Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. But any of you all that's got coaching calls with me that's coming up, and it's a lot of y'all, I'm excited, and I can't wait to see you on your coaching call. You guys be great. We'll see you Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants.